Hello friends, today I want to introduce you to the amazing KROS 110 thermostat. If you're involved in boiler installation or interested in choosing the perfect heater for your home, then this video review is for you. Why do we believe it's the perfect thermostat for electrode boilers? Because its main function is to address the main drawback when using electrode boilers in heating systems, specifically adjusting the specific water resistance. For those who are not familiar with how an electrode boiler works, let me quickly explain. An electrode boiler operates by applying voltage to the electrodes inside the boiler, heating the water through its conductivity. This is made possible by the presence of various salts and metal oxides in the water. The conductivity level of the water is measured in microsiemens and can vary depending on different regions and over time, depending on the water's resistance and consequently the boiler's power. The lower the resistance, the higher the power, and vice versa. All these water adjustments cause inconvenience for the consumer or potential customer of the boiler, which affects the decision-making process when choosing an electrode boiler. This is where the KROS thermostat solves the problem. How does it do that? It allows you to smoothly adjust the applied voltage, similar to adjusting a water faucet, eliminating the main drawback of an electrode boiler. You can set the current strength as you need, regardless of the water properties in your heating system. Of course, there are limits. For example, KROS 110 cannot set a value below 6 amps or above 50 amps. It's important to understand that this scale is variable. Setting the knob in the middle doesn't mean you'll get 25 amps at the output. You'll receive half of your input, so to speak, data. That is, half of the ratio of water resistance to the electrode surface area. When I connected KROS to these electrodes to record the video, I initially connected only one phase and one neutral electrode. Since tap water has relatively low conductivity, I found that the current displayed on KROS was below 6 amps and the regulator refused to work. So I connected all 3 electrodes in parallel for a clear demonstration of the regulator's operation. I reduced the water resistance without increasing its conductivity or changing its properties. In simpler terms, without adding salts. Using a simple example, I want to convey a simple idea. If you decide to purchase an electrode boiler with the KROS thermostat, whether it's 3-phase or single-phase, instead of adding salt to the water, it's better to choose a boiler with higher power, longer electrodes than you need. This way, you'll have power reserves. In the end, you'll still set the desired power with the regulator, and you won't need to add salt to the water. This applies not only to the operation of an electrode boiler with KROS, but also to any other thermostat for electrode boilers in general. By the way, I forgot to mention the decryption of the name, KROS 110. Controller regulator for heating systems. 110 means it's for a single-phase network, and the power can be connected up to 10 kilowatts. The manufacturer also produces a single-phase monoblock boiler model with built-in KROS. Such a monoblock boiler can provide power up to 6 kilowatts. They also produce 3-phase models, KROS 325 and KROS 50, up to 25 kilowatts and up to 50 kilowatts respectively. I won't delve into its specifications and menu options. I'll just quickly mention all of its capabilities. It can simultaneously control 2 boilers in one heating system. The first is an electrode boiler, and the second can be an existing solid fuel, gas, or any other type. For these purposes, KROS has 2 pairs of relay outputs with normally open contacts and normally closed contacts, and 2 pairs of outputs for powering circulation pumps. Here they are on the diagram. KROS can also control the electrode boiler based on the time of day, and you can connect an external thermostat to KROS, such as a Wi-Fi enabled one. To summarize and share my opinion, who is this regulator suitable for? It's for anyone who wants or has already installed an electrode boiler or some other electric heater but is constrained by the allocated electrical power. I'm sure you're wondering about the price. Yes, KROS 110 may seem a bit expensive, but let's look at the bigger picture. If we compare the expenses with a heat exchanger option, which is often installed with an electrode boiler, you'll be surprised by the eventual time and cost savings that KROS provides compared to alternative solutions. In addition to the heat exchanger, You'll need an additional circulation pump, expansion tank, a couple of additional valves, connections, pipes, etc. Moreover, the boiler control box will no longer be necessary. That's all for today. In the near future, I will make a video manual on the KROS 325 menu. Links to our online store with KROS thermostats and Electrode boilers are provided in the video description. Until next time on this channel.